Yeah, because in between our house and the house next door, there was another house that burnt down, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And so, wasn't last summer, was it summer before last? Was it last summer? That we took all the
Last
stuff.
summer, I think.
We took all the stuff out on a beautiful day. I don't know what month it was. It was a nice, warm summer day, and put a blanket on the ground and got all the equipment going. And the neighbor came over, and they were talking to spirits at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
They're just jabbering away, just like you would.
Like you and I.
These ones that they think they can only talk after midnight.
Yeah.
They can talk 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter to them.
Yeah, it was fun.
They don't have a time reality like we do.
I don't think, and actually we got, I think, that on video camera, but I mean, there's not much to see, because we just videotaped, you know, the tape recorders or the Ovilus or whatever, with the video camera, but the neighbor and us had, and some people come over. It was fun. We had a great time.
We got the Ovilus.
We haven't, I don't think we've uploaded that one yet onto YouTube.
I know we got the Ovilus too, but I'm not quite sure about that one yet.
The Ovilus X is different. The spirit box, you can hear a male or a female voice. You can distinguish, oh my God, that's my mother. Oh my gosh, that's your dad. And you can hear and distinguish voices to different spirits. But the Ovilus,
it's like a robot, you know, it's a computer talking to you.
Right.
But it does come up with some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But then sometimes it gets stuck and it just keeps repeating
same things.
But
the one that I loved, well, the neighbor, when she used to come over all the time, she loved the Ovilus. She'd say, can we turn on the Ovilus? And she'd get that Ovilus talking away, and boy, they had a conversation going. I think we had like 5 hours of her here talking to the Ovilus to some World War II soldier or Vietnam, some man who was lost in action in Vietnam, and she did a lot of research, and she said, oh my gosh, this stuff's real. I found a lot of stuff on the internet about that. That blew me away. That was last summer too. But the Ovilus X, where Lisa and I left, because we were gonna try to do something with the phone to test it, and our phones kept dying that day, and so her and I went over to her house, and you were gonna look for batteries or a phone cord or something, and we left the Ovilus going with the tape recorder, and you were walking around the house, and apparently the spirit was watching you, going around the house with you, and he at first he said, you know, you weren't talking to him, and it's like, how come you're not talking to me? How come you're ignoring me? And you didn't know because you weren't listening to the Ovilus. You were trying to find something, and then you opened up the bedroom door, and he must have followed you because he saw the guitar in our bedroom, and then he goes, oh, you've got a guitar? I play guitar or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like, when we re-listened to that, I was blown away. It's like, and he wanted to talk. He was trying to talk to you while you were walking around not knowing, you know. And when we were ready to leave, he'd say something like, no, don't go, or whatever. It was cute. But, so the Ovilus does come through. And one time we didn't upload it yet, but one time Lisa was over, our neighbor, and we just turned it on just for something to do, and he told us to look something up on the internet and to listen to somebody, and it was this off-the-wall name, and we thought, how did that even get in the vocabulary or the dictionary of the Ovilus? I mean, that's such a strange name, and it was on the display. So Lisa read it to you, and you wrote it down on a piece of paper, and you grabbed the laptop, and I'll be jiggered if there wasn't such a person.
Well, they even said Bowser.
Oh yeah, when our
But
when our
was that
dog
on reverse
passed away.
automatic, maybe?
Oh, I doubt it. Oh, probably. I don't know. That was the first night
But that was,
you had ever turned on the Obulus. We had just gotten the Obulus, and our dog had passed away. His name was Bowser, and was that the day that I saw Bowser? It was like 3 days after Bowser had passed away, and I had just seen Bowser, which I was in awe about, because I thought it was our other black lab, and here the other black lab was in the kitchen with you, while
we were standing in the doorway. He's right next to me in the doorway. And you're letting Lady out, apparently.
and no, I was just looking outside to see what the neighbors were doing, see how nice the weather was, and there he was. And if I would have known it was him, I would have gave him a hug and kiss.
Because you turned around and looked down with me, and you seen
Pal with you.
standing next to me. You said, well, how long has Pal been there? I said, all the time I've been here. He said, well, I just seen a black lab in the front. And I said, it was not Pal. Pal's been here all the time. I said, it must have been Bowser. As soon as I said that, the touchstone lamp flickered.
Yep.
Instantly, a quick flicker, but it didn't light up, just flickered.
Yep.
As soon as I said
couldn't
Bowser,
believe that. Yep.
and I said, that's a sign right there.
It was Bowser.
We said
there.
his name, and we're talking about him, and it flickered.
Yep. And then so later on that evening, you had read the directions on the Obulus X to try to figure out how to use it, and you turned it on, and you said, "Who's here?" And you said, "Bowser."
Yeah, just as clear as day.
I thought I was going to pass right out. I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh my God, first we seen him, and when you see something like that, you're going, am I going crazy? Did I really see him? And you talk yourself out of it, because you think, nah, I couldn't have. But I knew I had to have seen him because Pal was with you. So, and with the light flickering, and then when you turn that on, which we'll have to post that video, because we said something about why did you leave, and what happened to you, and he was answering questions right there on the Obulus.
Something about eating something or something.
Yep, that made him sick. Yeah. But so we'll post that one up. But we don't want to get this one too long, so we'll say see ya for now, and we'll post another one soon.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.